Joined First Fidelity Bank and me as we reward tonight's winner for recently battling Mother Nature's deadly wrath.
I thought we were going to die. I mean, it was scary. It was a very scary situation.
More resident Michael Mann talking about the night he and 7 others almost lost their lives. The evening, a few weeks ago, May 6th, the first ever flood emergency issued for the state of Oklahoma. Michael was taking shelter from a tornado warning originally in Robert and Velta Hilburn storm shelter. They live across the street from Michael. In all, 8 people were in the shelter.
Some people were sitting, but when the water started coming up, everybody was getting nervous and standing up, and we were all kind of huddled around a weather radio.
Just outside the shelter, a storm drain system became clogged from the torrential rain and debris. The water pooled into a lake. This is a picture taken by a neighbor of the street in front of the home where the shelter is. In back, that water rushed over the storm shelter and began gushing through the air vents, quickly filling the shelter with flood water. Michael knew he had to get the door open to that shelter, but with floodwaters keeping it closed shut, it took a Herculean effort, but he did it.
I thought I was going to die before, and then I got out, and I was very glad that I got out, and then immediately that feeling was replaced with the feeling of there's still 7 people in there, and that was difficult. But Robert was right behind me, and I saw him. He was leaning down, reaching in, and sure enough, everybody got out.
2 of those people were Teresa Brock and her mother-in-law, Nora.
We're here with Teresa in her home in Moore, and Anthony Westenfeld is here from First Fidelity Bank, and he has something for you to help pay it forward to Michael.
Teresa, we want to thank you for nominating Michael for Pay It Forward. His bravery is definitely something that we'd all like to emulate. So on behalf of First Fidelity Bank, we'd like to give you this $400 so you can pay it forward. There's 1, 2, 3, and $400.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Teresa remembers the awful feeling of being trapped in the flooded shelter.
Next thing I know, I'm underwater, and I'm opening my eyes to see if I can see any light. I couldn't breathe, and I'm like, okay, where's the top of the shelter? I get to the top of the shelter, it's full. There's no air for me to breathe. And I just went to a panic, and I was like, oh, please, dear God, please don't let me die like this. I said, yeah, I've got so much to live for.
After Michael got the door open, a neighbor grabbed Teresa's hand and pulled her to safety. Teresa believes because of Michael's size and youth, it was divine intervention that had him with them that night, and that's just what she told him.
God sent you here to save 7 people from drowning, because if you had not been in there, that's what would have happened.
You think that door would have never been opened?
No way. There's no way.
Let's pay it forward.
We went to Michael's house to reward him for what he did that night.
Michael?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Kevin Ogle. We have a program called Pay It Forward.
I just wanted to thank you for saving 7 people's lives from drowning. And on behalf of First Fidelity and Channel 4 News, I would like to pay it forward and give you this $400. Without you there, we wouldn't have been able to get that door open. I just thank you from the bottom of my heart.
A hug of gratitude for a life-saving example of paying it forward.
Now, there's no doubt there were other heroes in the shelter that night, too. But Michael is going to put the $400 he received toward the cost he has after the storm flooded his house.
He had quite a mess.
Boy.